Hello Aries, welcome to your July love reading. So you can see I have 6 cards laid out for you, and we're just going to work through the cards. We have 3 here at the top from the Modern Witch Tarot, and we're going to take a look at what messages there are for you. So if you're single, in a relationship, whatever your situation is, we'll see if there are messages for you. And if there aren't, please feel free to try one of my other readings. Okay, so this is new for me for this channel. So let me know if you like this kind of reading in the comments below. Okay, let's take a look at your first card. So you have the Ace of Swords. All right, so for you, Aries, there is a time of clarity. Something is coming right. This is an epiphany. This is a new idea, a new way of looking at your love life or looking at your partner. This is a perspective switch. So with the sun coming in, this is a really positive switch. So even if what you learn is maybe what you would consider upsetting or negative or painful, this is still on the right track, okay? This is bringing you closer to your goals in relationships, or bringing you closer to a way of thinking that is going to be more fulfilling in your relationships. Okay, and from there, so this is actually a bonus card. This is the Ten of Swords card, but they put everything is fine on the bottom, and it happens to be my favorite card, so I left this one in. So what this ends up doing, this clarity, it gives you, it takes the pressure off. So if there's something that you were previously, it's like you were faking it until you make it, and now you don't have to fake it anymore. Or fairly soon, you're not going to need to fake it. You're not going to have to say everything is fine to convince yourself everything will be fine. Okay, I also am getting something about avoidance. So maybe previously, because you didn't have this clarity, you were doing things to avoid, and you'll see those habits kind of correct themselves. So it's sort of like the devil energy that I'm feeling here, where you're chained to something, or something's an addiction, or maybe you've been going all in on donuts, and you're just not going to be doing that anymore because it was connected to this lack of clarity or to this fog. Okay, and then we have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so this to me is something about holding on to what you hold on to and what you let go of. So with this emerging clarity, there could be a sense of instability almost that comes up with this, because maybe what you discover is that this relationship had built up, and there was so much pain and so much pressure or so much struggle in the relationship that you're leaving that relationship. That's your clarity, but it's going to be really difficult because maybe you have shared property, maybe you have shared friends. So there's something in the material world that you are going to really struggle to let go of here. And notice what that is as well. Because going forward, whatever it was that you were using materially to compensate for this energy, so if it was let's use the donut thing, for instance. So if it was overeating, or if it was over, you would binge shop or binge eat, or use certain substances, or whatever it was, whatever that addiction was, notice what that is, because likely it is tied to a cycle of ideas that trigger you into that behavior. So that so that there is something about that relationship or that situation prior to coming to this clarity. There was something about it that connected you into this habit or addiction. And so I see you being able to kind of examine that. All right, let's clarify the Ace of Swords. This is with the Muse Tarot. So we have the Five of Materials reversed. I'm going to turn each of them over. We have the Queen of Emotions and the Five of Voices reversed. Interesting. Okay, so clarifying the Ace of Swords with the Five of Materials, I see that there is some kind of situation that you were on the outside of, or there was some kind of, maybe you put yourself out of the side of the situation, or you were left out of the situation. So this could be a social situation. Maybe this was something to do with your family. And I'm hearing you're being let in on the secret, and it wasn't as interesting as you thought. So maybe you were looking from the outside in thinking, oh, this is where I need to be, or this is where I need to go. I'm getting that this has something to do with moving or living situation, something to do with a partner in a living situation. And the Queen of Emotions for me is another person. So this is a person that's coming in, or a person that you've already met who has this innate ability to nurture what is underneath your skin, or what gets underneath your skin. So with this person, it is a safe space and this could be what has led to the clarity, like you already met this person and that's what's helped you to get there, or you are going to meet this person and they are a safe space to work through those issues that come in under the skin that irk you, pet peeves, things like that, to get you down to the root and the source of those things, and to kind of find this and cultivate more peace in your life. Okay, so this is a really powerful energy at the center of your reading. Someone where you don't have to fake that you're fine. You don't have to fake that everything is going to be all right. So this is a person that I see coming in for you, or that's already there. And then with the Five of Voices reversed, to clarify the Four of Pentacles, this is, okay, so I'm thinking of dangling carrots. I'm thinking of like unreal incentives, or things that hold power over you or seem important that are actually, their power is false. What they hold over you is an illusion. So again, this can be about the addictions, the habits. So maybe this is a romantic habit where you get into a relationship with someone who is someone who is emotionally unavailable, or you are emotionally unavailable, and you live out that pattern. And it affirms, or it feeds this like addictive habit behavior. So you're coming to the end of that cycle, but you're coming to a deeper level of clarity, of emotional awareness, of emotional intelligence. So this is the foundation that you are entering into a new relationship, or that you're bringing into your old relationship. So let's take a look at we're going to take a look at some love oracle cards. Okay, so you have a love call coming in. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you letting you know. And this is the heart energy that I'm feeling is coming in for you at this time, Aries. So you have someone who is going to come forward and is going to express love to you. And keep in mind, this can be a friend, this can be a family member. Not all romantic, or not all progress in romantic relationships happens in romantic relationships. You know, we can build up to a romantic relationship with the people, the other people in our lives that we love. But I do feel like this is someone coming in that's going to kind of be like, hey, what's up? Like, how are you doing? Like, wanting to really connect with you emotionally. What else? So it may not start out as something romantic. This could be someone from the past that you were friends with, that you never kind of got into a relationship with, or something where you maybe had a thing. For those of you in a relationship, this is about connecting in a different way romantically. So this could be, if you haven't been sending each other lovely text messages or little things to show that you're thinking of each other, it's kind of introducing that back into the relationship. So we have not today. Okay, interesting. So this could be a call coming in from someone that you don't want to talk to. That you don't feel ready to talk to. So something may have happened between the two of you. We do have this conflict energy here, but I feel like the conflict was connected to however you're protecting yourself, and you were protecting yourself through something material. So an addiction or consumption of things, or this could also be where you live. So it could be moving to different places, setting up homes in different places. So you left this person in some way, or there was a conflict there. So one party in this situation in your love life is willing to have this phone call, and the other is not. So this could be you. I do actually feel like this is you, because I feel like this call is coming in, but take it how it resonates. And this is where why you've been separate. I feel like that conversation needs to be had. It's going to take the pressure off to come from this open-hearted space. So if this is the other person, if this is you in the Queen of Emotions, it's on you to kind of set the emotional pace of this interaction. So even if you're like, not today, it's not today with the utmost amount of compassion, just like from a place of, I'm just not able to today. Trying not to be harsh. So filing down the sharp edges, retracting your claws, that kind of thing. Here is the addiction card. This has been coming up so many times. Okay, so this could be the cycle that you were in with this person previously, so something codependent. This could also be a conversation that helps you get closure in a relationship. So this could be an ex coming in, or it could be the other thing here is that there could be a love call coming in, and you're not ready for it, not because you've had conflict or because of anything bad, but just because you're still kind of in this and healing this codependent energy. You're afraid of getting obsessed. You're afraid of your possessiveness. So the obsession and the possession is very much here in the Four of Pentacles card. Tracks. Let's get something more. What else can we learn for Aries, please? Okay, girl with a snake. Yeah, there's so much fear here. I feel like this clarity is so needed for this situation, because there's a lot of confusion about whether this person in your life, so again, if you're partnered or not, it doesn't matter, this person, you're not really sure if you can trust them or not. You're not really sure if this is a cycle that you're playing out that is from the past, that where, you know, it's got that empath narcissist vibe to it, where it's and like, let's be clear, actual narcissism is a personality disorder, and it is layers and layers and layers deep. Someone can be self-involved and have narcissistic tendencies, but it does not make them a narcissist. There is, so let's just be, before we start throwing that term out for everybody, just be aware of that. So with this paradigm, essentially what it is, you know, an avoidant or an anxious person get into a relationship with each other, and there's a bit of a cat and mouse thing. But, you know, what we don't often think in this situation, when we've labeled ourselves the empath, is, and this is specifically in a situation where maybe you are you're anxious avoidant, and so you push someone away. You know, how did you push this person away based on past situations? So is that the situation? It doesn't necessarily mean that it is. For some of you it is, for some of you it isn't, because we have these energies present. But I can see that there's a lot of fear surrounding relationships for you. Okay, but there's going to be some clarity in that regard, some pressure taken off. So I feel like this conversation will be a good conversation, even if it's just to set a boundary and to get some closure. Let's take a look at, let's get some more oracle guidance from the love oracles. For Aries, please. Okay, you've got two. So we have, I don't know who this is. Oh good, all of my cards fell on the floor. We have Serge Gainsborough, and I don't know who that is. Leave me a comment down below if you do. So it says, beauty is the promise of happiness and a guarantee of despair. Okay. So there is an aspect here of someone, either you or the other person, has a tendency to be kind of superficial, or to assign meaning to the way someone looks, or give that a tremendous amount of importance. And so it's like giving your power to someone because they're good looking, essentially, or taking power away from someone because they're not as good looking as you feel you deserve. Also, if you feel that way about someone, that is not a healthy way to feel about someone, right? So let's be honest about that. When I leave, you shall have no kisses left. Okay, so I feel like because there is this communication wanting to come in, it means that things are unfinished. There is unfinished business here in this connection, and there's a need for communication. There's a need for communication and being open and honest with yourself about whether or not things are actually as you thought they were, or if addictions were getting involved, or if, you know, I feel like this is a new way of looking at relationships. It's a new start. So all of that is going to be kind of reviewed and then reworked in your mind in a way. And then we have Bianca Del Rio. I also don't know who this is. Leave me a comment. A unicorn is a horse with extra potential. Okay, so an additional part to this, and I think this is connected to this Queen of Emotions energy, is that there is some aspect of what you love, or of your heart, or how you express love, that is kind of strange or unique, and maybe you've been holding back. So this could also be sexually as well. Like there could be a way that you wish to express yourself that seems kind of taboo or out of the ordinary, or you're just a little bit hesitant to bring that up with someone. But that could be a way of deceiving your partner, is if that's something that you're really interested in and you're not exploring it. But there's definitely something about some guidance about being more unique, or being true to your freak self, your weird self. As my daughter says, weird is a compliment. Okay, so true love is clearly illegal in most states. Again, I feel like this is to do with how things look, how things, like this is in reference to, I think is in reference to the fact that in the United States, not all states recognize same-sex marriage. So it could relate to that. But this is an interesting one. Again, the things about boundaries. Let's move to the next thing, and maybe it'll come in for me. Everyone needs that special someone who can stroke your hair while you cough with your head in the toilet. Yeah. I feel like this person that's coming in is someone for you where whatever, or if this is your relationship, something to keep in mind is the amount of vulnerability and the amount of space that they hold for you to be yourself. And if they don't, if that is not something that you feel you can be with this person, that's something to look at. So if you see yourself modifying yourself or adapting yourself to be more of what you think they want, then that's something to definitely pay attention to. But if this is someone where it just kind of feels like you're able to let your vulnerability out, and that they are a safe space for that, with this Queen of Cups energy, and vice versa. You know, I feel like this is something, but addictions have definitely gotten the better of this situation, as well as avoidance. So there's definitely an avoidant person here, whether it's you or the other person. Okay, so let's just pull some cards for the outcome. What else can we know? What else do we need to know for Aries for love at this time? Oh, wow. This is so crazy and so powerful. I'm not even making this up. We got the Devil. Yeah, so there's some chains that need to be broken. Again, I feel like a lot of these, I feel like there is a possibility in this relationship. So whether it's a new person that's coming in to say, hey, I'm into you, da-da-da-da-da, and then you start talking, or whether it's someone coming back from the past and they're calling and you're kind of like, I don't want to talk to you because you're afraid, avoidant, whatever. Or if it's someone that you're in a relationship with, I feel like there is the possibility to discover what binds you, what makes you obsessive, what makes you cling to these things through this clarity, through this communication, through taking the pressure off and being vulnerable, opening your heart. Okay, so you are responding to something in them that may be a projection. Maybe you've projected that they're going to hurt you, and when you are triggered and feel like you're going to be hurt, you start to eat. So that's just an example. Or you start to drink or whatever. And then so it's about recognizing when that trigger is coming and being like, you know what, I'm not going to drink because I know that I'm drinking because of what just happened, and instead I'm going to communicate my feelings, or I'm going to open up. But let's see what else we have. We have the Star in reverse, so there's a little bit of lost hope here, but the Star is still illuminating. I'm hearing something about false hope. So you don't want to have false hope about this situation, but it's almost like that false hope is blocking you. It's keeping you from progressing forward, either with this new relationship or with an existing one. That, you know, you're you being self-protective. Again, this is avoidant. So it's like avoidant addictions. Like everything I keep saying, I feel like I'm repeating myself. And then the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so there is also an aspect of impatience here. Okay, so, but also this to me feels like needing to learn how, like the Queen of Pentacles is someone who can take care of herself. I feel like the lesson here is how to be taken care of, how to receive love, how to trust and open up to love and vulnerability. And I really feel like that's what's coming in for you as your love guidance, your relationship guidance, Aries. All right, so I will leave you here. Thank you so much for joining. Please like, share, subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, just email me, chrysalisinvictus@gmail.com, and that will be in the description box below. All right, take care.